something there. I don't know if you only see butts, but because anyway. Okay, wait a second. Okay, jongens. Well, we do the first round now. And that's always, I check the cages, I check the cats a little bit to see what's happening and if everything is okay, no strange things in the cages. The cats in the cages, we try to find a home for. They've brought in as been found, or that the owner couldn't have them anymore. And the cats that are walking around are the cats from outside. They either been born outside or they've been there, well, as old as they are outside. So they're not the normal house cat. You cannot really pick them up and cuddle them. Sometimes we can stroke them, you know, we can, if we do it like really soft, but normally they don't like it. This one likes it most of the time, but now he doesn't. Okay, so they're more cats. They like each other like that. They cuddle with each other, you know, and that's so nice. In the morning they do that really often. Well, the cat boat started with Miss van Wilde. She lived on the canal opposite this one. And she found a mother with kittens next to her house, next to a tree. And she took them in and she took care of them. And after that, there came another cat, and she picked up another cat, and people started to notice her. And if they didn't want the cat, they brought it to her. She didn't have a big house. Well, the house was hers, but she lived upstairs, and that wasn't big, so that was full in no time. And then she thought, okay, where do I get more space? And it's not that easy to get a house here. But in that time, in her time, you could just buy a boat and put it in the canal. That's not possible anymore. You have to have perms and permission and whatever. So that's what she did. She put a boat here. And that's how it started. So what I do, I put a few on the floor already, because otherwise they just take it out of my hand. Oh, they're gone now, so you can hardly do this with them. So I put those ones on the floor. Come on. And then I hope they leave me a bit to do the rest. Kijk eens, dan maar zoeken. Oh, and we often have some swans here. We're not supposed to feed them, except if it's cold. But cats like them, and they're like, how do you say that? Fearsome. They're like, and they also hiss. But they need to feed themselves. So I only do this now for you, but we actually do that only when it's really cold and it's hard to get food for them. Ja, je krijgt zo van mij. Je krijgt zo van mij. Hallo. Hi, mannetje. Hey, mannetje. So he's really sweet, but he needs a garden because he's used to a garden, and then we always try to find somebody with a garden. He's 8 years old, it says here, he's really nice, he asks for attention, and I think he's best with somebody that has no other cat, because he is like a little strong-headed male, so what's his. So we will find somebody with a garden for you. Samus has his own sign. This is Samus. He's now at the back. Most of the cats that are walking around, as I told you, are like a little bit feral. They don't want to be touched. They will walk away from you. He will sit there and you will think, okay, you're a normal cat, and then you will stroke him and he will go and he will scratch you. So we made our own sign, and he has a big sign on the door for everybody that goes in. Yeah, free can be, that's free. The red and white one, she can be a little teasing. And it's also with eating, she's really, you say that, ferocious, like, and she wants to sit here eating, because then I give it there and I give it there. No, she jumps every time here, and then she takes it out of my hands. And she can be feisty. Sometimes she's okay, but she has a strong will of her own, and she has a lot of energy, so she chases other cats and she plays. And if you are a shy cat, she will just walk all over you. Okay, it's always every day the same, actually. It's a lot of litter that you have to clean. There needs to be enough paper so it will not be a swimming pool. And this is also funny. You have one side that you can tear. It's not really important, but we do it like this. If you do it the other way around, like this, it will not work, because it goes all the way around. So you need to do it in the way that you can tear paper. Just try this at home. Look, Donald Trump. I mean, now I feel that the boat will be here longer than I am, and that's a really strange idea, because I was here or I am here such a long time, and I know the person that started it. So if I'm not here anymore, the next one, that's a strange idea, but the next one doesn't know anything about the history. In paper, but they didn't do it themselves. And I was here when I was a school kid. I was here, there was another boat, and we boiled fish in a pan like this big on the boat, and we had to put bread in it, and we had to do like this to get it together. And I went in with a tram to the vet. You know, it was a whole other time. And yeah, the one that will take over from me when I'm old and dead, they didn't do that. So you lose a bit of the history, and that's sad. The boat will always stay here. I mean, it will not go away. So maybe in 100 years it's still here, and I'm not. So that's a hard idea. That's difficult. But mate, you cannot do anything about it. Life goes on. So.